There you go. In my previous video, I showed you some protests that are in the States. I'll try to find some more. I got a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I'm gonna keep it private for now. There was a shooting outside the CIA office, or at White House. Apparently, there was a shooting. Oh boy. Yeah, we could block access to Alaska. Maybe. That's what I'm seeing. Don't buy a Tesla in cement. Someone wrote that in cement. Oh, Elon Musk salute carved into sand in world's largest Tesla protest. Uh, all I see is stuff about Trump and what's going on in the States, and for rightfully so. I mean, they're all scared of what's going to happen right now. Americans leaving the country under Trump in record numbers. This was 3 weeks ago. See, that's the thing. We GTF2 are in a situation where, we serve both countries, and we're in a situation where we're kind of locked in. We kind of don't have a choice but to step in and fix this situation. We're not going to remove the tariffs on the Canadian side because the U.S. started it, right? So, and we're actually, helping businesses stay afloat during this crisis. No, we're not prepared to remove tariffs up until the states remove theirs, or we might as well just annex the states. That's the reality we're facing. We might have to. We're not sure. I'll bring them on the line. Hey guys, I got a new subscriber. I use a modified ghost box to talk to spirits and GTF2. Secret app developed. Heard my name, Antoine. So we're kind of stuck in the situation, And on top of it, me being Prime Minister in emergency, working for GTF2, I have to lead both countries. So, the Trump tariffs there really are hindering the states and Canada business. They're putting NATO bonds at risk. So we're not sure what's going to happen. Are we going to annex the states or leave it as is? It depends on the public, right? From my perspective, I can see that most Americans would be up for it. This would be the biggest buyback in history. We'd have to buy back American money to avoid anyone going bankrupt in the switch. It would all change to a uniform currency and law system. The Americans would adopt Canadian laws and rights and freedoms, and our currency. But it would gain free healthcare, legal weed across all states, decriminalize all drugs across all states. Women would have the right to bear breasts in public. Women would have more rights. The states that are trying to gain abortion rights would gain abortion rights because it's legal. I'm personally not up for abortion, but it seems to be an issue. It seems to be an issue in the states. They would gain more than they would lose. It's up to the American public You know, they sign petitions. You know, keep on protesting. You know, keep protesting Trump. You know, he betrayed both countries. You know, and we'll go from there. You know, sign petitions. The U.S. would gain better medical equipment, better medical services, you know, by opting to become Canadians. Better medical treatments. No more goddamn chemo to cure cancer. Speed and weed. You know what I mean? CBD and crystal meth can be used to cure cancer. So there's that, you know. It's hard to understand over the box, but sometimes it's clear. You know, it depends on what they say. But yeah, GCF to come on the line and talk to me. You know, we're on the line. Yeah, I think that member said we're on the line. Real. That's God. That's God. You will recognize his voice, his friendly voice. That's God again. So I don't know what we're gonna do, Jujitsu. You know, are you when everything is gonna be formal, when I'm empowered, when this and that. And I don't know. It's up to GTF to decide what happens next. You know. I just found out I was adopted and Justin Trudeau's son and a Royal King of England. So, you know, I just found out it's starting to get to be on the news, you know, and stuff like that. My inventions are starting to be on the news. So I don't know. I'm just winging it. I'm just going day by day.